Can't you bring the portables down?
It's bust.
When are we going to get a new one, like?
You better tell them.
Tell us what?
I don't want anyone kicking up a fuss, all right?
About what?
We're not going to be able to replace the stuff that got nicked.
Aww.
How come?
Because the insurance company won't pay out. That's how come. So we're stuck.
We can't live without the telly.
And you're going to have to because we haven't got the money.
But you've got money for IVF.
This is our last chance, Steve.
It's all right, Mum. We can live without the telly for now. The baby's much more important.
Reckon Katie's boss has been onto her.
She better not have.
She's got a cheek, you know. How dare she refuse to treat you?
She should have been sacked. On the spot.
I'll go.
All right.
All right, sir.
You doing anything today?
Why?
You still after a job?
Yeah.
Jimmy, give us this.
A security guard.
Yeah, it's open interviews. You find out at the end of the day.
And how much are they paying?
See when we get there.
I don't know, you know, mate.
Thought you were desperate.
Yeah, I am. I'll just go and get changed.
Anyway, they had these two lads up in the bedroom. That was when Diane and Marty walked in on them.
While they were...
No, they caught them before it went too far, thank God.
Well, wouldn't you think she'd have learned her lesson?
Well, that's what I said. I mean, years ago, you wouldn't have had the cheek to do it in your parents' house, would you? You'd have gone in a bus shelter down a back entry or something.
And these were the same two lads who robbed the house?
Yep.
Well, from what I hear, Bridget, your Steve's taste in women isn't much better.
Steve? Well, he's young, free and single, isn't he?
Not anymore. Apparently he was snogging the face off that nurse from the medical centre.
Are you sure?
According to our Nicky, he was. And I tell you something now, Bridget. That girl is trouble with a capital T. She's the one who was up to all sorts with our Nicky's fella. No morals. She'd go after anything in a pair of trousers, that one.
Working hard, ladies.
Oh, here we go.
Hey, Bridge. Any news on our Marty and Di yet?
I presume you've heard about the insurance.
Oh, they've banged in a claim already, have they?
No, that's what I'm saying. Marty rang them last night. They're not going to pay them a penny.
That rents a room off you.
Tim. He's not here.
Well, where is he?
Out. Why?
Why? You better tell him that I'm looking for him.
What's he done?
Oh, what's he done? He's robbed our Marty's house, that's what he's done, and he is not getting away with it.
They'll probably pay about £2 bob.
No chance. We applied to get Jimmy off my back.
Well, you never know.
No, I've got a criminal record.
Just don't tell him then.
Jimmy reckons you've got it. I always catch you up in the end.
I don't think I've got much of a chance myself, to be honest.
Why not?
Well, have you ever heard of a security guard? You can't none.
Still, it's a day out, innit?
Yeah, keeps the dole off me back.
Michael Dixon. This way, please.
Good luck.
Cheers, mate.
You all set?
Yep.
What time you've got to be there?
2. Look, Nish, I'm sorry about last night.
It's all right.
I don't know what was the matter with me. I just lost it.
I'll let you off. It's not like you haven't been under a lot of pressure. How are you feeling?
Okay. It's no big deal.
I'm sure Mrs. Carter will be all right when she hears your side of the story.
Yeah, I'm not worried.
Are you going to come back here after you've finished?
Unless it gets too late.
Okay. Good luck.
All right. What's up with her?
She's got a disciplinary meeting with the boss.
What for?
It's a long story. What can I do for you?
Just thought I'd call in, say hello.
Hello.
Any chance of you getting a break?
I'm too busy.
What about later?
What about it?
I could meet you in the bar.
Sorry, I've got something on.
All right. Okay, I'll see you around.
I could do tomorrow,
Yeah?
if that's okay with you.
Sound?
Tomorrow it is, then.
Didn't realise you were back.
Nicola, you gave me the fright of my life.
What are you doing? Getting yourself done up for Ray.
Don't be so stupid.
I'll tell you now, they're not worthy. Any of them.
Where is everyone?
Ray's in the garden and I think Neil's on nights.
Afternoon, all.
There you are. I was just going to give you a little knock.
Oh, damn. I knew there was something worth staying in bed for.
What are you like?
What's up with you, face ache?
You don't want to know.
She's had a fallout with her boyfriend.
He's not my boyfriend. He's my ex-boyfriend. And that's the way he's going to stay. You know, in future, Nan, if you have any other wild ideas about matchmaking, do me a favour and keep them to yourself.
Hi, Timothy.
Well, Tim?
Tim, do you know the setup here?
No, not really.
Well, we're a fairly big security firm, and we operate as far out as Manchester. But most of the companies that use us are local. So if we do take you on, you could be doing something different every week. Covering one of the big shops in town or watching containers down the docks.
Great.
And we're a family firm. We like to look after our employees. Any good people, we like to move them up through the ranks. What makes you think you'd make a good security guard?
Well, I can handle myself, and I know the score. And I wouldn't be afraid to get involved if there's any trouble.
Right. Very admirable. I see on your form you don't have any qualifications.
No.
That isn't necessarily a problem.
Oh, right.
Even if they don't seem like the ideal candidate on paper, I believe in giving people a chance, if I feel they fit the bill.
Yeah?
That's the type of company we are. Right. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Pay scales. Where are they? I had them in my hand.
Well, actually, before you go any further, I think there's something you might need to know.
Go on.
Well, I haven't written it down on the form, but I have got a record.
A prison record?
Well, young offenders, yeah.
I see.
Won't affect my chances, will it?
No. Not at all.
It's just that you saying that you give people a chance and that.
Oh, yes, we do. You know, if the opportunity arises.
And I would work hard for you. You'd be able to trust me. It's just that I need the opportunity to prove myself.
Of course.
Hey, did you know Steve was courting again?
Oh, Steve.
Apparently he's hanging around with that one from the medical centre.
Still?
Oh, you knew about it, did you?
Well, I knew they'd been out together, but that was ages ago. I didn't know he was still seeing her.
Jessie Hilton says she's a right one.
She was running around with Nicky's fella, wasn't she?
No morals whatsoever, apparently.
Come back, Katrina Evans. He can't off-pick him, can he?
Well, if she messes around with our Stephen, she'll have me to answer to. Tea?
I just hope he doesn't get hurt.
So what happened?
Must have been in the pub for, 10 minutes. And he started to iron up the girl he'd two-time me with.
Ouch. I hope you give him what for.
Just walked out, came home and cried for about 3 hours.
Feel better now?
No, not really.
Neil, this will be ready in a minute.
Hey, that smells terrific.
Oh, get off, Ray. I'm busy.
When will it be ready? I'm starving.
Off. That's Neil's. I've made you a sandwich. There.
Well, how comes he gets the full English?
He's paying rent, and he's got a name. Neil, are you ready for this?
Cheers, mate.
You mentioned your record?
Yeah, but I think he was cool about it. Oh, if I could just get this job, I'd be sorted. And Emily be made up. Be able to get a place of our own.
I don't think
think I've got much of a shot.
If I could just have your attention, please. We've seen a lot of good candidates today, and it's been a very difficult decision to make. But unfortunately, there are only 2 jobs to be had. So, after a great deal of deliberating, the jobs are going to Mike Dixon.
Oh, nice one.
And Dan Connolly.
Bad luck, Tim.
Yeah, what's new?
I believe you've got a new romance on the go.
Have I?
Nisha from the medical centre place, eh? You kept that quiet.
You knew I went on with her.
I thought it was a one-off. How old is she?
What's that got to do with anything?
Nothing, I was just wondering, that's all. Look, I know she seems like a nice girl, Steve, but just be careful.
What are you on about?
Your mum's worried about you.
I've heard she's got a reputation.
Oh, so you tell me who I can and can't go out with now?
No, I just think you should be aware.
You just love to be in control, don't you?
Hey, who do you think you're talking to?
Where did that come from?
It's got nothing to do with you. I go out with who I like.
You better not be going to wash these dishes.
Actually,
Ray'll do them, won't you, Ray?
If you say so.
tell you what, Mrs. H, has anyone ever told you you're the perfect woman?
You're just saying that.
My only regret is you're already taken.
Hey.
What? Oh. Oh. So, what's your agenda for the day, then?
Work at the walk-in centre this afternoon, then on call tonight.
Look, I was thinking, the next day or two, if you can manage it, could you possibly take Nikki out somewhere? She needs cheering up.
Yeah, I'd be game on for that.
She's not interested.
In what?
Men. She told me so herself last night.
Well, I'm not suggesting a great romance. All I'm suggesting is a day out. There's nothing like a change of scene to give you a boost.
I'll do my best. I hate to see a damsel in distress.
I feel terrible, though.
Why, you got the job?
Yeah, but I'm surprised. I mean, it's not like I'm fighting the fit, is it?
Yeah, but you haven't robbed the bank either, though, have you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Emily.
See you later then, mate.
Oi! Get him! You dirty, thieving, robbing little Kodak! Who are you, pussy? You robbed my brother! No one ever! You robbed my brother! I didn't! Tell me the truth! I robbed the robbers!
Bathroom's free.
About time.
Uh-oh. Someone's feeling mightily sorry for herself.
All right. Just leave me to crawl under me stone and die.
How does a trip to the lakes grab you?
What now?
No, Friday. What do you reckon?
No, you're all right. There's one thing I can't stand. It's pity.
Whoa, that's the last time I try and be nice.
Neil, I'm sure you can think of better things to do on your day off.
I couldn't think of anything better than spending the day with a beautiful blonde like your good self.
I tell you what, why don't we all go?
What, you and Ray as well?
If you don't mind.
Yeah?
The more the merrier.
What do you think, Ray?
No, let the young people be on their own. They don't want 2 daft old pensioners cramping their style.
So they put it all in the boot and went back for more?
So why didn't you give Marty a shout?
Because I'm not a grass. You know the score.
You still could have given the stuff back without grassing up your mates.
Well, why don't you give it back, eh? You've already got it all.
Because I've sold it on, that's why.
Already? Nice one.
You've messed up big style this time, sunshine.
Insured, aren't they?
They can't claim.
It's not my problem. You should have paid the premiums.
Right. Shut up. Don't say another word and listen.
Who do you think you're speaking to, eh?
I've got a plan. Now, all you've got to do is go back there, break in, make it look like a robbery. They call the busies, they bang the claim, they replace all the stuff.
So you want me to break in?
Yeah.
You're having a laugh, aren't you?
Come on, help me out. If Marty finds I sold his telly, I am dead meat.
So why didn't you break in then, eh?
Me, you know, I can't do that.
Why not?
Because I've got to keep him busy, haven't I? Make sure the house is empty. Come on. Help them out, will you? They're brassic. They haven't got 2 heavies to rub together.
How much?
What?
How much?
Hang on a minute, I just slipped you 140 notes.
Well, no deal then, eh?
All right, 25.
Swivel.
30.
50 or I'm not going anywhere near the place.
You'll bankrupt me.
Do you want me to do the job or not?
All right, 15 notes.
Nice one. So you're going to get the Earl in?
Security guard?
Yeah.
What are they going to pay you, like 10 bob an hour?
It's a job, isn't it?
Michael, you've got a degree, son. You should be a teacher or a civil servant or something.
Dad, I've got to find something, or me and Rachel are going to be stuck here forever.
Oh, stuck here forever? Your tea on the table every night, all your washing and ironing done. Let me tell you, sunshine, compared to the real world, this place is a bloody holiday camp. Ronaldo! All right, Ray, come in, mate. Where you going?
Out.
I haven't come at a bad time, have I?
Any time's a bad time in this house.
Well, if you don't mind me saying so, you're looking a bit stressed.
That is the understatement of the century.
Well, that being the case, I think you'd be glad I came.
How do you mean?
Well, I've got a suggestion. I think you and I should spend more quality time together. And Anthea and Jessie, of course, away from all the stresses and strains of everyday life, you know what I mean? Try and get some, well, romance back into our lives.
All right.
Afternoon.
Yeah. Want to get your bag of chips?
You had a visitor this morning.
Yeah.
Christy Murray.
Must have been exciting for you.
What's all this about you robbing his brother?
You don't need to know.
If you're living under my roof, I do.
It's nothing.
I'm not going to drop this, Tim. I want to know. What's going on?
Yeah, I'll try it on this new fax number. Thanks very much. OK, bye-bye. How'd you get on?
Yeah, OK. Really? Yeah. So the Wicked Richard the West does have some sympathy after all?
Yeah, I told her what happened and what Ron did and said she was fine about it. Said she understood.
I'm amazed.
It's unbelievable, isn't it? She's usually such a cow.
Yeah. I'll put the kettle on, eh? Tea or coffee?
Whatever, not bothered.
Tea it is then.
So that's it. An insurance job. Only trying to help them out.
Oh, right. And what happens if you get caught?
I won't.
I used to say that.
Yeah, but I'm not you.
You got caught last year, didn't you?
Only because I handed myself in. Tried to do the right thing. Not that it got me anywhere.
All I'm saying is that you don't have to go back on the rob.
Don't I? And how am I supposed to provide for my wife, eh? Get us gear and get us a flat.
Get a job?
Or like the one I went for today.
You didn't get it?
I tried to be honest with him. I told him I had the record, but I might as well said I just had his wife.
You can't just give up, kid.
I already have.
Look, at some point, someone, somewhere along the line is going to say, hey, he's got something, this kid, bit of potential, no matter what he's done. And they'll take you on.
There was a serious one, Jim.
Listen, it'll happen. You apply for enough jobs.
Jesus, with a bit of respect, eh? I've done time, and I'm going to pay for it for the rest of my life.
It doesn't have to be like that, you know.
So what? I end up washing glasses in some poxy bar like you. Not allowed to go anywhere near the till in case I dip my hand in.
At least I'm making an honest living.
What? You call that a living? No. I want more than that for me and him.
Going on the rob is not the answer, Tim.
I'm doing a favour for Christy. It's no big deal. It's just a walk in the park.
I don't think our Steve meant to snap at you before.
It's not Steve.
That husband of yours been playing up again, has he?
We're meant to be starting another course of IVF in the next day or so. I don't know whether we should.
Why not?
Well, it's like every time we go to do it, something happens. Something stressful, and I think, what's the point? All that money spent on something we never really give a chance.
Are you saying you've changed your mind?
I think maybe we should put it off for a couple of months till everything's calmed down. What do you reckon?
No one can decide that, Diane. Only you and Marty.
I think the kids could do with a break. Steve especially. It's pressure on them.
Oh, here's trouble.
Afternoon, gorgeous. Is the man in the house in?
No, he's not home yet. It shouldn't be too long. Do you want to come in and wait?
No. Right, Bridge?
I was till I saw you.
Yeah, I can't stay long, you know, just a flying visit.
Hiya. What's up?
No, just a quickie, you know, a word on your shell, like. Right, listen. What would you say if I was to tell you that all your troubles were over?
How do you mean?
If the insurance company were going to pay everything they owe you.
Yeah, but they won't, will they? I mean, I've tried 300 times.
But they would if someone broke in.
What?
If someone broke in. If an acquaintance of yours was to force their way into the house, made it look like a robbery, they'd have to pay out. They'd have no choice.
Oh, no way you get done for that.
But Marty was going to know.
Do you know someone who'd do it, like?
I might do. Look, you just make sure there's no one in the house tomorrow night. Right? No, listen. I'm telling you. You just give me the nod, and all your troubles are going to be over. No worries.
So, we'll pick you up in the morning then. 10:30. Hey, I can't wait to see Jessie's face. Gonna be made up, aren't they, eh? Yeah. Bright and early then. Yeah, see you, eh? Right. Oh, yeah.
Right. Evening. Look, I don't want to hang around because I don't think we should be seen together.
You seen Marty?
Yeah, just now. It's all sorted.
He's going to make sure they're all out, yeah?
Yeah, and remember, quick in and out. You touch anything and you're dead.
I thought you wanted to look like a robbery, though.
I do, just don't do any real damage. Now, I told him you'd be done by closing time.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
All right. Well then, Tim, I'll catch you later.
What about the dough?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'll pass it on to the end of the week.
No, pay up front so the job doesn't get done.
You don't get a penny till the job's done.
Katie? Just a sec. Are you sure you don't want to come out?
No, honestly, I don't feel like it. Okay. Well, don't say I didn't ask.
I'll see you in the morning.
Okay.
I do love Ron, a sense of butt. But he might be going to prison.
Unless someone sees you.
He won't.
If they do, you'll be going straight back inside.
If you want to go out with a girl like Trina, a girl who's on your beck and call 24/7, then I suggest you look elsewhere. All right?
Never mind, all right. You'd never drive a car drunk. You never do a house drunk.
Brookie is back on Friday at 8:30. A new series tomorrow at 8 following homeowners wishing to climb the property ladder. Coming next tonight, the properties are in Edinburgh, in location, location, location.
Stressed. Katie hasn't shown up for work this morning. She hadn't service by the time I left.
She's still feeling bad.
Well, she's pretty hard work at the moment. She spent half her life at Clint's grave. She's probably there now. Sorry, what can I do for you?
I've come to pick up my test kit.
Okay. Hang on a second. What?
Right, have I got everything? Keys? Wallet? Hang on.
Morning. I saw you and Nicky before with the doctor.
Oh, yeah, they've gone off to the lakes. Neil's got some friend with a speedboat there.
A speedboat? What do you reckon we're doing today? Skydiving? Bungee jumping?
You never know. Ray's been like a giddy kipper.
And Ron, I fear the worst.
It's no big deal, you know. It's just a chance to relax and unwind.
Yeah, we need a good day out, don't we? Especially with the trial coming up.
I appreciate the intention, but why all the mystery?
It's just a bit of fun.
Well, I'd rather not be treated like a child.
All right. I give in. We are going bowling.
Right?
Well, that should be a laugh.
Yeah, well, indeed.
I quite fancy trying my hand at that.
Good. So, you have little faith. Are you getting in or what?
You still going out tonight?
Well, I'm not staying in to watch TV.
With Nisha?
The Scarlet Woman, yeah.
Very nice. Going into town? Big night out?
What?
What do you mean, what?
What's with the interrogation?
Don't be daft.
Has Jeremy Paxman got the day off?
I'm just saying it's nice that you've got a bit of a social life is all.
What is up with you?
Hi, love. Those jobs come through.
3 cars and not a screen tomorrow morning.
Should keep the wolves from the door.
He's going out with Nisha tonight.
Can you give him a chill pill?
Should have picked one up when I got this.
Another pregnancy test?
No, it's just to check the treatment. Well, the preparation for the treatment. Make sure everything's going as planned.
Rather you than me. Seems like stress on top of stress.
Ignore him. Is this the hormone thing?
Yeah. If everything's okay with the treatment, the test will detect a surge.
Funny, innit? Think you'd tell for yourself if your hormones were surging.
I think Steve's right. All the stress of being robbed. Who knows what I'm going to find?
Oh, we'll do it later before we go out.
Sorry?
We are all right for this drink, yeah?
What?
I told Christy we'd be going round the bar.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to go and do this.
Now? Well, shouldn't you be getting back to work?
It'll only take 2 minutes.
Well, I can't hang around, I'll be signing on. You phone me?
Okay.
There you go.
I thought we were going bowling.
We are. It's a very fine green.
When you said bowling, I thought you meant proper bowling. 10-pin bowling.
I went without Emily and Nicky. It was a scream.
Look, girls, I know it doesn't look easy, but with a bit of time and effort, we'll be...
Ron, this is hardly our scene.
I'll go to the clubhouse and tell them we've arrived.
Yeah, now get us some footwear now, don't worry.
What do you feel?
Sorry?
Angry? Patronised? Outraged?
The worst thing is, this is par for the course. Well, with Ray, anyway.
Ron's no better.
What are we going to do?
There you go.
Make the best of a bad job, as usual.
So it's all sorted. Right, now, Marty's taking Di out for a drink. Steve's going out with his bird. Aunt and Adele are staying with the humpback bridge. The coast is clear.
You should calm down, you know. It's all boxed off. This is the only house that overlooks the place. It's a piece of cake with 50 sheets waiting at the end of it.
Hey, soft lad. No job is a piece of cake.
Oh. Hey.
Her family?
Yeah. Hey?
Disgusting, you lucky sod.
So what time do you want me over there, anyway?
About 9-ish. Go in through the conservatory, knock the place about a bit, go out the same way. Marty brings Di home. Oh, no, not again, what a palaver. And insurance pays out after all.
Unless someone sees you.
They won't?
Well, you better hope they don't. Because if they do, you'll be going straight back inside.
I mean, all you have to do is you get near as the white ball as you can. You know, it's just like a competition.
Here we go.
Oh, we got a problem, Ron.
Why, what's up?
We're not playing.
Do you mean not playing? We've come all this way and I brought you these now.
There's no way I'm wearing those.
Look, if you're frightened of making a show of yourselves, don't...
It's not that.
Well, what is it then?
Look, lads, we're not being awkward. It's just not our cup of tea, that's all.
It looks like we've had a wasted journey. We might as well go home.
Oh, there's no need for that. We're here now. You two go and play. Me and Jessie can have a nice glass of wine. Cheer you on.
Tell you what, I'll leave these here in case you change your mind. Come, Ed.
I'm at a loose end.
Lucky you.
Are you still on for tonight?
Tonight? Oh, I'm rushed off my feet here. Katie hasn't come in.
Is she ill?
Well, I knocked on her door this morning, there was no answer.
Easy, Cal.
Look who's talking.
Getting a bit cheeky there, aren't you?
You wouldn't do me a massive favour, would you?
Shouldn't we go somewhere more private?
I can't take a lunch break. You wouldn't nip up to the flat for me.
The flat? I am on it.
I will take you up there properly when Katie's feeling better.
Yeah, I'll hold you to that.
There you go.
It's me to go, Ray. Oh, right. Ray, could you just stand there? It's just that you're in the eye line, you know. You know when
I'm
trying
sorry.
to do it up. Yeah, you don't mind, do you?
No, there you go.
Just a bit off-putting, you know. Yes!
Ooh. I love it when Ron gets his balls together.
Yeah. Back here, Ray.
Oh, right.
Oh.
You've never done 10-pin.
Ray wouldn't even come.
Must be nice having the two girls close. Keeps you young.
Yeah, I'm lucky.
And your hunky lodger.
You've got Mike and Rachel.
I know. I've been very nice to them recently.
You've been under a lot of stress.
Would you say you were happily married?
Oh, goodness. I don't know. I suppose so.
I do love Ron.
A sense of butt.
But he might be going to prison. How do I handle that?
Hello? Hello?
Katie! Katie!
Do you and Ron talk much about the shooting?
Never stop talking about her. And yet...
What?
Well, we never really get to the heart of it, the nitty-gritty. He took things into his own hands. Acted alone. Does that sound like a happily married man?
He's old-fashioned. So is Ray.
Hey, hang on, love. We're trying to get past here.
Excuse me, Mrs. Hargreen. You're not a member here, are you?
No. And if you go rolling balls at people, I wouldn't want to be a member here. I'm sorry, love. Hey, go easy, Ron. We'll get thrown out. Silly old bat. She should be at home making cakes.
Well, she's got the honour, you know. I know her. Her husband's a policeman.
Look at him.
She's not rolling balls.
Mr. Harmless. Until he got that gun. It's changed everything.
You'll find a way of coping, whatever happens. That's what women do.
For a minute, I thought she was...
I can imagine. She'll be wondering what you were doing in the flat.
I know.
I suppose we'll have to tell her about us.
Don't seem very happy at the prospect.
Well...
Is that because there is no us to tell her about?
Of course not. But I don't want anything serious.
I'm cool with that.
The reason I don't want Katie to know is because I don't want to rub her nose in it.
Right.
She's not long lost her boyfriend, and I think it'll be a bit insensitive of me to parade you around. Don't you think?
Point taken.
There you
You
go.
get down like that and you feel. You can't well, you got to feel.
Look at the behind on Ron.
It's no worse than Ray's.
When the arm goes back.
Ray used to be gorgeous, you know. I've seen the photos.
I mean, if you get it out of sync.
Now look at him.
He's not bad.
Isn't he? Do you mind if I ask you a personal question?
I've asked you a couple.
You don't have to answer it if you don't want to. But Ron,
You've got to roll it. You don't throw it.
is it a wig?
Roll it. You're watching now like that. You see, it's nice and easy.
No, it's all his.
Really?
Really? I thought you were going to ask if we still had sex.
Do you?
Do you?
No, not for ages.
When you feel you got all the basics.
Ray just doesn't turn me on at the moment. To be honest, I can't bear the thought of him coming anywhere near me.
How does he feel about that?
Oh, you know Ray. It's no bother. Keeps his feelings to himself. What about Ron?
Oh, he still wants to. He tells me often enough.
Get the basics right.
But I'm just not in the mood at the moment.
Is it with the trial looming?
No, I just don't feel like sex, you know what I mean? I swear if Russell Crowe came over to me and told me to come hither, I wouldn't.
Oh, I would.
Actually, so would I. Now, that's one backside I wouldn't mind getting hold of.
Oh!
Thanks, bye. You okay, hon? Yeah.
You sure?
Positive. It's just a bump. Thanks, Steve, for...
Oh, no problem. Listen, I'll get off. I'll see you later.
Yeah, bye. See ya. So what happened? I must have chipped or something. I'd had a few drinks, I just nodded off where I landed. I feel so ashamed, Steve, finding me like that.
I was just glad you're okay.
It's a good job he came up the flat.
Yeah.
How long have you been seeing him?
Not long.
Why didn't you tell me?
Because
you thought I couldn't cope with you having a boyfriend? I'd weep and wail and fall to pieces.
something like that.
Niche, it's fine.
Hey, those two are on the second bottle, you know. Look at my aunt here. She's a real stunner, isn't she?
Yeah. And my Jessie's a looker too.
Yeah, but Anthea, she's a real catch, don't you think?
What, for a man of our age, you mean?
Hey, I'm still young enough. And Anthea's got no complaints.
Well, neither has Jessie.
We're at it like knives.
Well, Anthea's not the only one with a smile on her face, if you know what I mean.
That's never your shot.
Oh, you've noticed?
What about the dishy Dr. Neil?
What about him?
Well, your Nicky's a free agent now, isn't she? He's a lovely-looking lad. Do you think they might end up getting together?
No.
You seem very certain.
Oh, it's just that I don't think our Nicky will be in any hurry to get into another relationship, that's all. Besides, he's too old for her.
This time in a couple of months, I could be in salad.
Oh, come on, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, but I've got to be realistic, and it might. And I just wondered, well, if it does happen, can I ask her to look after Anthea for me?
Of course you can. Don't worry.
I mean, nothing too obvious, you know, but I'm going to need to know that she's all right. And I know that she'll probably try and keep things from me, but well, I don't want that. So if there is anything wrong, would you write to me and let me know?
Of course I will. No bother. No bother.
Cheers, mate. All right, girls, you have a good chinwag.
Lovely, thanks.
Ready for the off?
More than ready.
Go on, love.
There you go.
Thanks a lot.
What for?
Today. Really took my mind off things, eh?
Soft, lad. You need to keep a clear head.
All right?
Never mind, all right. You'd never drive a car drunk. You'd never do a house drunk. You need to keep your wits about you. Aye.
It's still rather a stayed in.
Well, we got to do our duty. This place is a family business now. Well, sort of.
As soon as the family take over, the place goes to the dogs.
Hey, this place is great now. Oh, theme night, proper music.
Your brother's met his match in Leanne, all right. She's as shiftless and full of daft ideas as he is.
All right, gorgeous. Give us a kiss.
Get off. We'll wait for Nisha over here. See you later. All right, Christy.
Yeah, you're over here. There you go. Take that.
So, everything is all right?
Oh, yeah, everything is A-OK.
What's going on?
What do you mean?
Why did he just do that?
Do what?
He just gave you the thumbs up.
Oh, I was just being friendly.
Yeah,
You know, it's all part of my new customer care drive. You know, see a valued customer, give them the thumbs up. I get the drinks. What?
Hiya.
Hiya.
Brought the whole family with you?
They were coming out anyway.
Oh.
How's Katie?
Oh, better, I think.
Do you want a drink?
Yeah, please.
All Murray's present and correct. Get going.
Don't keep looking over.
What?
It's Steve. He's embarrassed enough us being here at all.
OK.
There you go.
Thanks.
On the out. So, how are we then?
What goes on round by doors then?
Whoops.
Should we just go home?
What?
Well, we're just sat here like spare lemons.
We can't go home yet.
Why not?
Well, I just like it, you know. Sat here, talking.
But we're not talking. I've never seen you so quiet.
Well, what do you want to talk about?
I'll go and get a drink.
Everything should be going to plan.
I hope so. If he gets caught and the busies work out what we're up to, it's intending to defraud or something.
He won't get caught, will he?
I just feel like everyone knows. Like they can all read me mind. I'm not cut out for all this.
You never were. If you like this over filling insurance, remind me not to count you in on me bullion robbery.
So do you fancy going into town then? No money.
Not at the moment. I'm doing 3 cars tomorrow, though. Contacting, not a screen.
I can sub you.
I'd rather not.
OK. Well, you don't mind if I go then, do you?
No, of course not.
Are you sure about that?
Not really.
Steve, it's Friday night. I've been at work all week. I just want to let my hair down. You haven't got a problem with that, have you? When you started seeing me, you knew what I was like. And I'm not going to change. If you want to go out with a girl like Trina, a girl who's on your beck and call 24/7, then I suggest you look elsewhere.
Have a nice night.
Stop gulping.
Neil and Nicky aren't back yet. They must be enjoying themselves. Are you all right, Jess?
Would I be taking tablets if I was? Me head's banging.
I'm not surprised, with all the wine you knocked back.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing. But you did drink a whole bottle.
What if I did? So what if I drunk too? At least it shows I've got some go in me.
We had a nice time today, Jess. Don't let's spoil things now.
You're too late, Ray. It's already spoilt. You spoilt it.
Where are you going?
As far away from you as I can get.
But what have I done?
I'll tell you what you've done, shall I? What you always do. You make me feel old.
I'll see you.
Oh, that was lucky. I thought I was going to have to wait for ages.
Hello? Aunt? Adele?
Hey! Come here, you Robin Scally!
Steve, hang on, it's me!
Katie!
What are you doing? Can't let your mother see us in here.
We've been burgled.
I'm wanting to think I've got a lot more in common with him than I have with you.
This is going to end up costing us more money.
Rachel hits 30 hard. Friends is next on 4.
Do you mind if we go home after this?
No. Of course not.
Well, you could manage another, couldn't you? It's still early yet.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm whacked.
God, I don't know. You were always the last to leave any do you were. Where's your party spirit gone? And yours? Like an old man these days.
Well, we've not exactly had a lot to laugh about in the last year, have we?
Well, not the old IVF excuse again.
It's not an excuse. When it won't work, it gets you down after a while.
Surprised at £3 a throw.
Well, but you do get 2 goes for that. Sort of.
Doesn't seem fair, though, does it? You know, you having to fork out all your own cash, you know, for the chance of having a baby.
No, it's not fair. But it's the NHS rule, though, isn't it? Because of Di's age.
Oh, you make me sound like I'm 90.
It's mad, isn't it?
Tell me about it. Especially when you think about how much money they spend on people who've smoked all their life. I mean, why don't they have to pay when they get sick, eh? It's like legalised theft. They should take all the money that they spend on smokers and give it to them that need it. Like sick babies.
Yeah. You know, or new babies for you.
Can we change the subject?
Sorry, love.
Are we off then? Because I could really do with an early night. I mean, you can stay and have an astra if you like. I don't mind going home on my own.
Oh, no, you're all right. We can carry on back at ours. You could come back for a cuppa if you wanted.
Great. Yeah, and then I could have one of your famous toasties while I'm there.
Right, I'll just nip to the loo while you two finish up.
I'll see you in a minute, love.
Hey, have one for me while you're there.
Are you sure it's safe to go home this early?
Of course it will. It's only been in the house half an hour ago. Do what he'd be done and be long gone.
You hope. What if we walk in on him and he's still there?
Look, just chill, will you? Just think. Think insurance company. Think big cash payout. Think positive. Right? Everything will be sweet.
Tim! Where are you? Tim? Tim! Steve, hang on, it's me!
Jimmy!
What are you doing here?
Never mind me, what are you doing here?
It's only me, Towner's chocker. Couldn't be bothered when I got in there. It's full of drunken lads who were being really stupid. Katie? Oh my... Katie? Katie, can you hear me? What have you done? Come on, right, I want you to try and hear me. Can you hear anything I'm saying? I'm gonna roll you over. Katie, okay.
Tim, lad.
Never mind him. He broke in and you're here with him. He's in this together or what?
Tim, wake up. Wake up! At least he's still breathing.
Yeah, well, I should have hit him harder then, shouldn't I?
I think you hit him hard enough. You're lucky he's still alive. You could have been sharing a cell with Ron Dixon, you.
You only punched him.
Only punched him? You're a trained boxer.
Good job and all, finding some Robin Scally in our house. 2 Robin Scallies.
I wasn't trying to rob anyone. I'm trying to sort out the mess.
What are you going on about? Mess?
There's not supposed to be anyone here.
Yeah, good job I came back then, wasn't it? He'd have stripped the house in another half hour.
You haven't got a clue what's going down here, have you?
What are you talking about? It's my phone. Where's my phone? This is mad, this.
You're telling me.
What's going on? I wish someone would tell me.
Relax, will you?
I'm trying. I'm just not used to setting up my own house for being robbed.
You won't do it all the time.
What am I going to be like when the busies turn up? I'm going to have guilty written all over me.
Not going to turn up, are they? You ring them up, you tell them what's happened, they give you a crime number over the phone, no problemo.
Right, are we ready then?
Yeah, sure.
Can't wait to get home, get these shoes off. Nice cup of tea, gorgeous soaking, a lovely off bath. Just what I need.
I got it wrong this afternoon, didn't I?
What do you mean?
Thinking you'd enjoy a game of bowls?
Oh, I probably just wasn't in the mood.
Well, when you retire, you know, I mean, having a game of bowls is something to look forward to. It sort of breaks the routine, you know what I mean?
Well, I've never been much of a one for sports, if you can call it a sport.
I just thought it'd be a bit of fun, that's all.
It was only one afternoon out. Don't let it bother you.
Oh, it's no bother.
Katie, can you hear me? Listen, I need you to listen to me, OK? I want you to try and talk to me. I need to know what you've taken. There were pills all over the table, weren't there? Katie, can you hear me? I need to know, did you take any of these pills, or have you just had too much vodka? Vodka, yeah? No, I need to know, did you take any of these pills? Katie, I need to know, did you take any of these pills?
No.
None at all?
Told you no.
Emily, I know you sent me a text.
That's what gave him away before. His phone going off.
I'm not ignoring you.
Tim!
Look, I must have fell asleep, OK?
Oh, that's it. I'm phoning the busies.
Hang on, Steve!
What? You can't phone the cops. I've got to go. Bye.
Steve, you can't phone the police.
Just have.
Did you get through?
Well, it started ringing, then you stuck your oar in.
Leave it, will ya? They have call chasers for 999 calls. He'll know he's rang.
Am I missing something here?
You don't know, do you?
No, what? Your dad set me up to break in. Your dad? Get lost.
Yeah. And Christy.
But you were supposed to be out all night.
That's why they're in the bar, with your mother. Leave it, will you?
Why?
It'll be the busies phoning back to see why you called them.
This is straight up. You're telling me my dad got you to break in?
They're paying him, so they can claim on the insurance.
And you've just phoned the police. Hey, you might have thought it was a false alarm.
Oh, yeah, they're probably on their way round here now.
Just hang on a minute here. Why should I believe you two? I mean, my dad wouldn't do anything like this.
Steve, I'm telling you, you better believe it. It's gospel.
Well, now's the time we'll find out for real, isn't it? Let's see what they've got to say about it. I'm supposed to be well clear by now.
What are you doing? Can't let your mother see us in here.
Oh, these shoes are killing me.
I'll go and get the kettle on.
Yeah, sounds great.
Do you want to give us a hand for that cheese toasty?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
What's come over you volunteering to go in the kitchen?
What, me? No, just, you know, thought I'd give him a hand.
Oh, Christy Murray turning into a new man. You can come round more often. I won't have any tea, love. I'll be getting ready for bed in a minute. I'm just going to get me slippers.
I knew we shouldn't have trusted that Tim.
Come here, will you? Be quiet, you.
No!
For your mother's sake, if nothing else.
One of you two's going to get another smack in a minute. You burgle our house, you drag me out, you stick your hand over me mouth. Just shut you up, you blade.
Shut it, both of you! Now, Steve, listen. You might not like this, but everything we told you next door is the truth. Your dad and Christy. They set Tim up here to do your place, OK? For the insurance, right? Right. Only it didn't work out. So your dad and Christy know, me and Tim know, and now you know.
Yeah, but your mum doesn't know. That's why we dragged you out.
And we couldn't leave you in there, not without going through it with you. Now, look, you're going to have to go home, pretend you've been out for the night, right, and you know nothing about it, for your mother's sake.
Me and my mum aren't exactly bezies at the moment.
OK, for your dad's sake, then, because she will kill him if she finds out.
So how much do they pay you to break in? 50 notes.
You come cheap, don't you?
Yeah, well, I was expecting the vigilante treatment. Low risk, low pay. Could have broke me jaw there.
Yeah, well, I didn't ask you to be in me house. Breaking in the dark.
Yeah, but your old fella did. Have you finally accepted that, Steve?
I suppose so.
Right, good. Glad to hear it. Now all we've got to do is work out a way of getting you out of here without anyone seeing.
I told you we couldn't trust that Tim. Oh, something must have gone wrong. Yeah, me letting you set this thing up in the first place. It must have got disturbed halfway through. Never again will I trust you. And there's no way that Tim's getting 50 quid.
Marty!
What's up?
We've been burgled.
You what?
All my stuff's all over the place. They made a right mess of it. What's happened here?
Yeah, we were going to shout you about all this. I think you've had a visitor while you were out. And they smashed the conservatory door. Kids, probably. They must have heard us coming back in.
Why us? Again?
Well, we've checked out the back and there's no sign of anything.
This is all we need, on top of everything else.
Oh, come on, Dad, don't get yourself all upset.
So have you got there?
I have, yeah.
Right. Stay in the shadows along the fence.
So over next door, then two more. None of them have got dogs, have they?
Well, next door but two's got a rabbit. So watch out you don't get nibbled to death.
And then I just stroll into ours like I know nothing about anything.
That's it. And when you get a chance, have a word with your old fella.
Oh, great. Dad, how about this burglary you set up? My mum could be in bits next door thinking that they're going to come back.
I'm sorry, mate. She's trying to do your dad a favour.
Yeah, I know, so you keep saying. I'm sorry I ate your jaw.
No, it's all right. I never felt a thing.
You were spark out?
Hey, I was only resting my eyes.
Get out of it.
No, I'm only messing. You have got a good right hook on you there.
Come on, time to make a move.
Try a bag of frozen peas on it.
And watch out for that rabbit. Ah.
Go on, coast clear. What a cock-up. You okay?
Have you any frozen peas?
That's right. There's no sign of anyone now. They must have come through the back window.
Right. Well, there's no one hiding upstairs.
Must have been kids. The mess they've made.
Smackheads.
Oh, right. Great. So we'll just wait for them to get here then. OK. Thanks. Bye. Police are on the way.
Great.
Oh, yeah, it's them now.
How'd they get here so quick?
You had me worried there, you know. Oh.
I thought it was switched off.
You were breaking into a house. What were you doing, leaving your mobile switched on?
I never thought.
You never should have had it with you in the first place. If that had fallen out of your pocket, they could trace who you are from that. And next time you go into a house, in the dark, on your own, always expect the worst. Make sure you got a plan B worked out for yourself. An escape route or something, because if you don't, you'll be toast one day, and all because you picked the wrong house. The house with another Ron Dicko sat there waiting to blow you away.
He's only got a crack in the mouth. Not like Clint, eh?
Yeah, well, count yourself lucky.
I am doing. Police car's just going.
Hey, get away from that window, will you?
Yeah, but the money's might have blown me up.
Of course they won't. They'd only be getting themselves into stuck.
Steve hasn't showed up yet.
Yeah, well, he's taking his time, hasn't he?
Nah, he's probably seen the busies and then bottled it.
Oh, Tim, chill.
I thought they would have come round here. Asked us if we heard anything.
Yeah, well, we never. Because you had the telly on, I had my headphones on, and we had the curtains shut. OK.
The money's better still pay me the 50 notes.
Oh, stop worrying about that, will you? Let them get tonight out of the way first. How's your sore jaw?
Feels like I've been kicked by a donkey. You could have been a contender, that, Steve.
Not broken, is it?
I don't know. Don't think these sprouts are working, though.
He said frozen peas, you divvy, not sprouts.
Do you think I should go the Aussie?
Oh, yeah, and tell them what? You walked into a boxer's right hand while you were breaking into his house. Come on, will you? Goes with the territory, that. You've got to learn to put up with a bit of pain every now and then. There you go. Stick that up in your bedroom. First lesson for anyone going the way you are.
It's a bit late for tonight, isn't it?
So for when you do get caught, just remember, you took your chances and you blew it. So don't whinge.
I suppose that's your young doctor's, isn't it?
What do you mean, my young doctor's?
Well, these days, he's the one getting all the attention round here.
I don't know what you're on about.
You know full well what I mean. It's like you'd rather spend your time with him than with me.
Well, can you blame me after the kind of day we've had? Maybe I'm beginning to think I've got a lot more in common with him than I have with you.
Insurance jobs. Money for nothing. And then you go and get a burglar who phones 999 from the house.
Tim wouldn't have done that.
Well, someone did. Not that stupid.
Well, why did he wreck the bedroom?
I don't know. I can do without that kind of stress.
I only told him to make it look realistic.
I don't know why I ever trusted you.
That was so weird. I call the police turn up, then they tell me they've already had 2 emergency calls from here. What's that all about?
Who knows, eh?
Totally weird, yeah.
So you're going to do like they say, you know, and call the insurance company?
Absolutely. At least we've got sign of forced entry. That's one excuse they won't be able to use not to pay us out, not like last time.
What's the point in putting a claim in when there's hardly any damage? It'll cost us as much as the excess to get the back fixed.
You know what's going to happen, don't you? This isn't going to be the end to our cash problems. This is going to end up costing us more money.
What are you doing?
Just making sure you're okay.
Nothing wrong with me.
Nothing that a good night's kip won't cure.
I'd live forever if people would let me.
How about just till tomorrow, eh?
That's what I need. Big
long sleep. And you wake up when everything's better.
Right. I've had me wash, top and tail. I think I'll go to bed now.
Oh, I'll be a while yet. It's only 10:15.
Well, an hour before midnight's worth two after.
When Greg was a kid, I used to say that to him all the time. I didn't believe it then, and I don't believe it now.
Well, you know what they say, Jess. The secret of a successful marriage is never go to sleep on an argument.
We haven't really had an argument. We had a difference of opinion over a game of bowls. And that was my fault, not yours. So don't lie awake all night fretting about it.
Fair enough. As long as you don't either. Well. Good night, then.
Good night.
You two are pretty cool about this.
No, not really. Just in shock, you know.
Same here as well.
This isn't some mad idea you two have cooked up between you, is it?
Die? There's no way we'd put you through something like this. Not with the state you've been in. There's no way I do it, and there's no way you do it either, would we?
No, not at all.
I'm sorry. I don't even know why I asked. Can you imagine if our aunt had been in on his own, or our Adele? Or what if Steve had been there? He'd have tried to have a go, knowing him. And he could have got battered or anything. Hiya, love.
All right. What's up?
We've had a break-in.
You're joking? Did they take anything?
Well, I haven't had a proper look around yet.
Any idea who done it?
Kids, we reckon.
All right.
That still doesn't explain what the police said about the 999 calls.
No, I can't fathom that one either.
What did they say?
Well, they had my call, fine. But then they said they'd logged 2 emergency calls from this number not long before we came home.
Could have just been a mistake, couldn't it? I mean, why would a burglar phone 999?
Well, according to the police, someone phoned.
Well, you know, the kids will do anything to do the busy's heads in, won't they? You know, taunting them like. Unless, you got any ideas, Steve?
Me? How would I know anything? I've only just got home, haven't I? But I tell you what, if I did come home early, I'd have done exactly what you said and smacked them in the mouth.
Well, I'm glad you didn't. They could have had knives. Or they could have been made to that fella on Dixon shot coming back for revenge.
All right, Di. Don't let your imagination run wild.
Well, it's true. How am I going to be able to feel safe in my own bed tonight? There's tea in the pot. Do you want one?
Yeah, wouldn't mind, yeah.
I wonder if any of the neighbours saw anything. They might still be hiding somewhere.
I doubt it.
They'll be long gone by now, Di.
Of course they will. Won't they?
Yeah, they'll be back in their own house by now. I mean, they're bound to be. I wouldn't let it get to you.
Well, I'm glad you're all so confident because I'm not. I'm not going to get a wink of sleep tonight.
You're a lying pair of melts, you two.
What?
You know why we can't ask the neighbours what they saw? They were in here.
How do you know?
I hope one of us is going to fix that window before tonight.
Yeah, I'll be there in a minute, OK, love?
Why don't you get Tim to fix it? He was the one that broke it. And it was me who almost broke his jaw when I walked in on him.
I wish you'd do it now, love. I'd feel a whole lot safer when it's boarded up.
Yeah, I'll be there in a minute, love.
Steve will help, won't you?
No, you're all right. I'll give him a hand. You know, I'm not in a hurry. Well, come on.
What happened? You two've got a window to fix. Then, you've got to make sure my mum's okay. Don't start. You set up the next-door neighbour to break in our house. They told me. So tomorrow, OK, we'll sort this out when my mum's not here. I'm going to bed.
Don't say a word, you. Not a single word.
It's 2 words you need to remember, not 1.
What are you talking about now?
2 words. Insurance claim. Doesn't matter what happened with your Steve. Your dad believes you've been burgled. The police bought it. Your back door's been kicked in.
Yeah, like I wish your dad was.
Look, all I'm saying is it doesn't matter why it all went wrong. All you need is a quiet word with your Steve. Get the story sorted. Then you're banging a claim and your quid's in.
Sounds easy when you say it quick.
Why do I get the feeling things will only get worse?
Anything you want, Katie. I'll be right here if you need me. Down you.
Could have been stabbed at anything last night.
Won't affect the way the judge sees me, I suppose.
Me decree nice eye. All there in black and white.
Since when did you become an expert on dodgy claims?
Do you mean going out for a drink just as mates or, like, getting to know each other a bit better?
Perish the thought of us going out and enjoying ourselves.
Brookside, back tomorrow, 8 p.m. Now, coming up, 2's company and 3 is simply perfect. The revs as ever pretty high, driven as always in the best gear. Next on 4.
Katie? 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 Katie, are you in there? Are you okay?
I've been in a bad dream.
Right. What a night, eh?
Nightmare, you mean?
Good morning. How's the human punch bag?
Nagging here. Steve's got a hell of a right hand.
When you step into the fire, son, you should expect to get burnt.
Any sign of life next door?
Yeah, I saw Steve out there before. He was doing something with that back door. You know where you broke in? Before you got caught? Red-handed.
Hey, have the busies been round again?
Not seen any sign of them.
Looks like I'm in the clear then. Apart from this, I think it's broken, you know.
Oh, go away, will you?
How do you know?
It's not stopped you talking for a start, has it?
Hey, Steve's face, eh, when we told him what was going down.
Wouldn't want to be in Marty's shoes this morning. He's got a lot of explaining to do.
Take 5, son. Made you the coffee.
I could have been stabbed at anything last night.
It was only Tim. I mean, it's not like it was a real burglar.
I knocked him out, cold, but what if I hadn't done?
Well, why would he stab you? It's not as if he'd even been carrying a knife.
He was in the kitchen when I went for him. He could have picked up the bread knife in a panic. He could be lying in a morgue by now.
We thought you'd gone out for the night. How were we to know you were going to come back early?
Bet you're gutted I did, aren't you? Blowing your little scam out of the water. After the way you brought us up and all. Going on about right and wrong all the time. Going on about law and order. Then you go and set up your own house to get robbed. Why'd you do it, eh?
For the money, why'd you think? Christy reckoned we'd clean up.
Ah, Christy. Since when has he ever been worth listening to?
We had it sussed. There'd been no fallout.
You hoped. You could have lost your job for a start, and Diane. How impressed would she have been finding out what you've been up to?
She need never have found out. And anyway, she was the reason we had the idea in the first place. You know how desperate we've been for the cash.
Because the IVF's bleeding you dry.
Yeah.
Could have talked to me, though.
I didn't want you getting involved.
Well, I'm involved now, aren't I?
You look like death warmed up. Get that down, you.
Why can't they make these things fizz quietly? Why can't they make vodka that doesn't give you a hangover?
Why were you sleeping in my room last night?
Why'd you think?
Because I might have been sick. I might have choked.
Wasn't the main reason.
Did you really think I'd try and top myself?
Wasn't taking any chances, that's all.
Thanks for putting yourself out for me. And I'm sorry.
Me tie straight, is it?
You look fine.
Won't affect the way the judge sees me, I suppose.
It's only your pre-trial hearing.
He'll be going by the charges down on the paper, not how I look. Or that I'm a respectable citizen.
The real trial's not for weeks yet. Today's just the formalities. Making sure that everything's ready for them to start.
I know, but it's just the thought of going there, being up in court. All those people, it terrifies me, Anth. I mean, you know me, I've always been a law and order man. Look what I'm reduced to now. Being treated like a common criminal.
What time's your scan?
11:30. If we don't get away from here quickly, I'll be late for it.
Well, don't worry about this place being secure. I'm quite happy to house sit this morning.
Oh, Steve would have stayed in if he didn't have this interview.
Oh, I hope it goes well for him. He doesn't like being out of work, does he?
He hates it. I saw like doing a few foreigners for people, but I know he earns a bit of cash in hand. I don't like it.
Why not?
It's not exactly legal.
Oh, don't worry yourself on that score. He's one of millions, probably. All bending the law to their own advantage. It's what makes the world go round.
Morning.
Hiya.
Everything all right last night? Only we saw the police car.
Well, it was in the end, thanks, yeah. I reckon some kids tried to break in.
You're kidding.
Isn't it awful?
They must have been disturbed and done a runner. Nothing was missing, thankfully.
We know you must be feeling that.
You certainly do. We've had our fill of break-ins. Don't let them get you down.
I'll try not to. See ya.
Who'd believe it, eh? After all that's happened, the next-door neighbours get broken into and all.
Beggars belief.
Too right it does. I mean, I shoot one of the robbing scallies, they still come back for more.
Come on, we better get a move on.
Ah, well, I suppose there might be some good to come out of it. If nothing else, at least I might get a few more people on my side.
Lucky bill there to pay.
Well, it's not due till next week. I'll do that.
Mother always did all the bills.
I know. All I'm doing them now, so relax. What was wrong with Tim before? Did he have a toothache or something?
You don't want to go down that road, believe you me, love. I've sent him round to the walk-in centre, see if they can give him something for the pain.
What's up?
Me decree, nice eye. All there in black and white. Downhill from now on.
Well, that's what you wanted. I thought you'd be happier than you seem.
Why would I be happy about being thrown out onto the street? That's what it means to me. Cardboard city, here I come.
Well, it doesn't say anything about throwing you out.
Talking about the report, love, from the court welfare officer. And all the stuff my solicitor told me would happen next. If they're saying Jackie has to have our wills, then they'll tell us you can have the house and all.
But you're only guessing she'll do that, though.
You know what she's like. She'll want a revenge on me.
She won't. And anyway, you've got your hearing coming up with them. You can put your side of the argument then, can't you?
Oh, yeah, what good's that going to do me?
Well, you won't know unless you try.
I'm amazed there's not more damage done. It's not too bad, is it?
Not too bad, no.
And nothing was stolen.
Not much left to steal after last time.
Well, we haven't done the full check yet, though, have we?
No, not yet. I didn't want to miss anything in the rush. Anyway, scan time. We better get ready for the off.
Hope it goes well.
Are you sure you're up to this?
Every time I'm supposed to be calm and relaxed for the treatment, something comes along and knocks me back.
Weird, isn't it?
Are you going to be able to claim for this broken window on the insurance?
Not quite worked that one out yet, Bridge.
I thought you said it'd be swallowed up in the excess.
It would, yeah.
Unless we rack the claim up.
I'm not sure anymore.
What happened last time we got robbed? We lost a load of stuff but couldn't claim for any of it. This time, there was forced entry but nothing got took. The police gave us a crime number, no problem. So, what's to say we can't claim for any of the stuff that went last time? If you're gonna go for it, you might as well do a bit more damage to where they broke in and all.
But add it all in.
Why not? You might as well go for it. If you can get Diane to wear it.
What's all this Diane business? When did you stop calling her Mum?
I call her both, depending.
I know.
So you're gonna ask her or what?
Try that.
What is it?
Soup.
I can see that.
Chicken.
Can't face it.
It'll do you good. Put a lining back on your stomach.
What was I doing? Necking back vodka till I collapsed.
You've had a lot of things on your mind lately. Sometimes you just want to blot it all out, don't you? Is that what was going on?
Yeah, I suppose.
Is that why all the pills were out? Were they next if the vodka didn't work?
Why else would I have got them out?
It's a good job you were too drunk to take any of them. People have got this cosy little picture, you know. They think they can pop a few headache pills and drift off peaceful as you like. Next thing you know, you're dead and all your problems are solved. They never think about what it'll do to your body when you overdose. Like the fact that it might take you 2 weeks to die. 3 even. It all depends on how fast it takes for the poison to shut down your liver and then your kidneys. And then you get so far downhill that not many people get saved, even though they may have changed their mind the day after they OD'd.
I never knew it'd be like that.
Why didn't you talk to me? Or anyone?
Normally I would, I know. But it felt like everyone was a million miles away and they wouldn't understand. You never could get them to listen to me.
I would have listened to you. I would try to understand.
Why do you want to be bothered with me?
Do you want to know the real reason?
Go on.
Because if I'd come back here last night and found you full of pills, dead, I'd have to live with that on my conscience for the rest of my life. That's why I'm here for you, for whatever's going on in your head, because I'm a selfish cow.
I thought it was because you were a nurse and you were trained to do stuff like that.
That as well, yeah, a bit. But the selfish thing, that's the real reason.
Sounds like a good enough reason to me.
I've nearly finished that face you bought.
Well done.
It's only been on my list for a year. I'm nearly done now, and I'm making a good job of it and all. I saw Nicky and Neil going out.
Yeah, they did.
Somewhere special.
Just for a drink.
These young people, eh? Shall I put the kettle on and make a cup of tea?
Yeah, why not? Perish the thought of us going out and enjoying ourselves.
I could split this door frame for starters. Maybe claim for where they broke the fence as well.
But the fence isn't broke.
So?
Since when did you become an expert on dodgy claims?
All I'm doing is thinking it through. I mean, the police didn't even go round the back. They don't know how badly damaged anything was.
Or wasn't.
Nobody knows except us. We can claim for what we like.
Right, I'm ready.
Mum, have we got a list of what we're missing in the robbery?
Nothing went missing, we told you that.
No, I mean the one last month when the telly went.
Well, yeah, I made a note of everything. Why?
Well, it's just, we could be claiming for it, that's all.
They told us then there was no point. There was no sign of forced entry, so in their eyes we haven't been burgled.
But you've got forced entry, and we've got a crime number now, so we could claim for the stuff that went last time.
Hang on a minute. Have you put him up to this?
We've got a chance to get something back from the insurance company. They didn't pay us out for one break-in. Well, fair enough. But now we've had another. So it's up to us to make sure that we do get paid up now.
Oh, you make it all sound very simple, but it's not exactly honest, is it?
All we need to do is claim for what really did get robbed, so that's not dishonest. Then we get a couple of estimates for the damage done, but we don't get the builders in to do the work. Me and Steve do that, so we show a bit of profit.
You'd have that spare cash to spend on what you want.
Like the IVF fees. Look, I know it sounds mad, but this could help us pay for the baby.
Every time I get close to someone, it goes totally wrong. I love my dad more than anything. He's dead. Unlike when I got into this real mess with a fellow called Simon. I thought he was the new Jesus or something. Screwed me right up for ages. And this Jackie, she was like a past me before Clint. And I know all about Clint. Enough said.
So you've come through some bad times. But you know, that doesn't mean that things can't change for you in the future.
Future seems like such a long way away, though.
It doesn't have to be. It can start right now, this minute, as long as you give it a chance.
Why should I bother? That's why I had all the pills lined up. I couldn't face the future.
And you still feel that way?
If it's going to be anything like my past, I do, yeah? And I know what you're going to say. I should snap out of it, but I haven't got the energy. Can you understand that?
I'm trying hard to. I really am. And I won't tell you to snap out of it. I wouldn't patronise you like that. All I want to do is to be here for you. And when you want to open up, I'll listen.
You can't be with me every minute of the day, though, can you?
Well, I won't be going to the toilet with you, if that's what you mean.
Oh, for the rest of my life.
Listen, why don't we try and get away together for the weekend? See if a change of scene might help.
I don't need a change of scene. I need to change your life.
All right.
Looking a bit smart for a mechanic, aren't you?
Just had the job interview.
Oh, any chance?
Went very well. I think I walked it. How's the jaw?
Still sore. Split all the inside and everything, you know. What'd your dad say when you told him?
I'll tell you over a pint sometime.
Did he say anything about the money he owes me?
Who said he'd give you it?
Christy.
My Uncle Christy. You've got no chance.
What, so I get nothing, except getting chinned?
Nothing to do with me, was it? Oh, and hey, good luck trying to get your dosh. You'll need it.
Looking well into that there.
Oh, get my thoughts down, love.
Like a diary, you mean?
Yeah, something like that. For my own page, not got it all set up now.
Well, what exactly did you do on this homepage of yours?
It's the place I can write what I want, you know, say what I want. My thoughts, my views, my opinions. What I think's wrong with the world and what should be changed. Like when it comes down to custody of the kids. Why don't fathers get them as often as the mothers? And like why, when someone's been through a mental illness, do they have it held against them in everything they try and do in their lives?
Right, back to work then, eh? The rest of the week is, eh? Are you on call later?
No, not tonight. I don't suppose you fancy going out? Into town, maybe?
Do you mean going out for a drink just as mates, or, like, getting to know each other a bit better?
Which would you prefer?
Just as mates, I think. No offence to you, though. It's just, I think that's all I'm up for at the moment. I'm not really into the idea of relationships, you know. It's too soon after Jerome.
That's a relief, then.
What do you mean?
Getting into something serious. It's not exactly top of my list at the moment, either.
All right. Well, that's good then, isn't it? Suits both of us.
Right then. I won't be long.
Do you want me to come with you? Keep you company?
No, I'll be fine. I don't want to drag you away from your jobs.
I'll finish it, if it happens. What do you think?
Well, it'll certainly take a bit of getting used to. I'll have a proper look when I come back.
Well, I'm glad that lot's out of the way.
It didn't take as long as I thought it would.
Be nice if the proper trial only lasted 20 minutes before they let me walk free.
Hiya.
How are you, love?
Everything go all right today?
Yeah, it was just the formalities, you know.
No surprises, thankfully.
I suppose the Moffats were there, were they? Wanting their pound of flesh.
Yeah, well, the mother was, but there was no sign of that scumbag son of hers.
Too scared to show his face, probably. Maybe he was swayed by all those opinion polls. The way people said you were right all along.
Whether he was right or wrong, the fact that he shot a burglar hasn't been a deterrent, has it? Not with next doors being broken into last night.
I know. Wasn't that terrible?
Well, at least you got Ray around. That's one blessing.
Achoo!
Thought you'd gone to work by now.
I'm just off. Just wanted to make sure you were okay before I went.
Make sure I didn't slash my wrist in the shower, you mean?
Or flush yourself down the loo.
Listen, I've been thinking since we talked, I might not be here when you get back. I might go to our Sammy's. It upset me before, thinking about me dad, and... Well, I might ring her and go and stay with her for a few days. See if that helps cheer me up a bit.
I thought, well, things can be a bit iffy between you two.
I know. Shows how desperate I must be, doesn't it? I'll phone you when I get there, all right?
Yeah, you better had. And listen, do you think this is a good idea? The way you are at the moment?
Who knows? It's gonna be better than collapsing bladdered on vodka, hasn't it? Mind you, knowing our Sammy. See you when I get back.
Gonna need some new socks soon, Dad. These are worn right through. I'm a bit lost there, Dad.
Me? No, just thinking. Don't get caught. If you do get caught, don't whinge.
Sounds like something he needs to hear.
When I wrote them down for him, it was... Well, it like triggered something in the back of my head, you know. Couldn't work out what it was then. Got it now, though.
You gonna tell me?
When you were a little kid, and I was out robbing what I could, when I could, where I could, your mother used to say that to me. She must have said it 1,000 times. Whatever you do, don't get caught. And if you do get caught, don't come whinging to me.
So what are you saying? You're turning into me mum.
All I mean is she's still in my head. I'll never be able to get rid of her, will I?
Well, you were together a long time.
I suppose, yeah. Made me think about phoning her this.
I was gonna call her today. I could tell you fancy a chat.
A chat?
Yeah.
You talk to her for me, love, eh? Tell her I've got a bit of news for her.
What news?
I'll tell her when I see her.
Hang on. This isn't about the house, is it? About you being thrown out?
It doesn't matter what I want to see her for.
You don't want me to tell her you're going to contest it, do you?
No, of course not. Just tell her I've got something to talk to her about and... Well, see if she'll come round.
All it means me doing is splitting the frame, so we'd have to get all this replaced as well. A few other bits and pieces and we'd be away.
My mum's off now.
I'll see you then.
You won't let this burglary business get you down, will you?
We'll try not to.
Oh, did you tell him that Nisha phoned?
Not yet, no.
What did she say?
She said to tell her she's got a bottle of Plonkin and a video out for tonight if you fancy going round.
A bottle of plonk and a video. Whatever happened to romance? Bye, love.
Bye, Mum.
Bye.
So what do you think?
Well, by the time you repair all the damage, we should clear 200 quid profit, we think.
We're not going to go mad with this claim, though, are we?
Of course not.
Go on, then. As long as it's got nothing to do with me. I feel bad enough about it as it is.
Go for it. Hey, don't go mad. Otherwise the police wouldn't have missed it.
I know, but if we're gonna do it, we've got to do it properly.
I can't believe we're doing this at all.
Well, you started it.
I know.
Now I'm after to finish it. Next time, get me involved from the off, will you?
What do you mean, next time?
Well, this isn't going to be the last time we need money, is it? Not going by how much he's already spent trying to have this baby.
Us, you.
No, I'm fed up of being told to button it. I'm entitled to have me say. I mean, what's the only reason we've ended up doing this? Some poxy insurance job, eh? Because you've spent every penny you've got on IVF treatment. If it wasn't for that, you wouldn't be doing this, would you? Neither would I.
Steve, no matter how much truth there is in what you're saying, whatever you do, don't say that in front of your mother. Promise me.
Down, boy. A strong commitment to passionate sex, both can be very demanding.
Work Saturday or you're down the road. I'm not putting up with your abuse for a minute longer.
First class stamp, please, dear. Marty's gonna get us back feet.
The get? Who? Katrina's dad. I bet you he's put the boot in.
I want him living here.
Well, it's not gonna happen, so forget it!
Tomorrow night here on 4, it's all about climbing the property ladder at 8 o'clock. Next tonight, the very same ladder, but with a twist. 8 weeks and counting, a couple need to buy, move in and make a home. Why? They're getting married. Stress multiplied by 10 in location, location, location.
Have you seen Steve yet?
No?
He could have phoned us. Was he all right last night?
Yeah, of course. We just had a little chat about this and that, you know, nothing special.
Red Bill's on the phone and the water.
Water's the final warning. Got a couple of weeks on the phone bill.
Well, can't you pay the water by cheque and forget to sign it?
Nice one. That'll get us another couple of weeks. Hey, listen, love. Oh, the insurance form.
Yeah.
Well, what do you want on it?
How do you mean?
Well, don't you want to say you had some jewellery nicked or something?
Tell him I had my ocean yacht nicked. Oh, and my Fabergé egg.
You don't mind making the bed, do you? Down, boy.
Couldn't we just...
No chance. I could have got sponsored the amount of time we spent in bed.
But it's only 4:45. I've got a few hours of energy left in me.
Get dressed and go home. I've got Manor Park's walking wounded to see to.
What time are you working till?
I'm working late.
I'll call you.
Yeah, if you like. Oh, and don't forget, hospital corner's on that bed.
What are they?
If you want to stay in my good books, you better find out.
Hiya, any news?
Nope, not a single job.
Well, there must be something.
Well, there's a big advert to join the busies, but I don't want to rub shoulders with all those villains.
Is that in or outside the police force?
Was that your mother at the door?
No, not yet.
How hard is it to be somewhere on time? 2 o'clock, we said.
Dad?
This is an important meeting. For me, anyway. But does she care? Oh, no!
Look, just settle down. Will you count to 10 if you have to?
She can wait.
Where were you last night?
I stayed over at Nisha's.
Stayed over?
Yeah, we had a few drinks and I kept on the couch.
Do you think it's serious? I think you should talk to him about it.
Donnelly's garage phoned you?
No.
Mustn't have got the job then.
Still time.
He said they'd ring by the savvy.
Just don't give up hope.
Oh, yeah? Forgot we've all got to stay positive, haven't we?
Come on. There's a job for you out there somewhere.
As easy as that, eh?
We're up to our neck in it.
We all know the reason why we're skint. IVF. But you wouldn't want to talk about it, so I'm keeping it to myself.
Hello, Doc. They're sick looking out for themselves, are they?
I'm all for self-care, but they just keep coming.
You're just skiving.
You keep still. I'm trying to work this out.
What have we got then?
Right, perfect heartline. So... Ooh.
What?
A strong commitment to passionate sex. But, although you can be very demanding...
Very demanding.
Shush. This is offset by strong and gentle post-coital pillow talk.
What do you think of my new rotary tool?
Yeah, looks great.
I was going to buy a small angle grinder, but I couldn't resist it.
Very, handy.
Well, it's fantastic. And the spec's amazing. 13 to 18,000 revs per minute.
Okay, see you later, mate.
What? Oh, yeah, I should be so lucky.
Who are you? You pay to serve customers, not pipe them as they walk away.
I beg your pardon?
I saw you winding him up when he was going back to the table. Sexual harassment isn't only on tarts, you know.
I've never sexually harassed anyone in my life.
Get that lot shifted.
No, I don't want to be handling stolen goods.
I paid good money for them.
Yeah, and Bev had legitimate business contacts, not like the cronies you've got coming in here.
Bev isn't here.
I could even tell the police.
Your sister's already the spell inside. Don't think she'd appreciate you grassing her up. Now get that lot shifted.
I think the main selling point was a universal college system. It's just fantastic.
Very useful.
Oh, I'll have to go back down the uni library. Why? Well, I'm doing a seminar on Monday and I need more books for research. And...
I'll run you down there.
Oh, do you mind?
No. A few things to discuss. I've just read a few pointers on hand analysis and sexuality.
Oh, I'll have personal consultation then, please, doctor. Bye.
See ya.
He's a good lad, isn't he? Putting himself out like that. I think he was quite interested in my tool as well. 2-speed and angled. What are you doing?
Oh, they're still a bit grubby. Look, I've just got to pop out.
Well, where?
Gander's, the women's shop at the top. I need some tights.
Oh, have a rest. Do it tomorrow.
I best do it now.
According to this, I've got the handshape of a man who could, well, go right through the Kama Sutra. I was wondering...
Look, Ray, it'll have to be the Kama Sutra for one at the moment. You have fun with your power tool. I won't be long.
No, I know, but as I was saying, I mean, Val was locked up at work and I couldn't get away.
It's okay, Mum. And I told him it'd be something simple.
Oh. In an arc, is he?
No, he was just wondering, that's all. Look, I shouldn't really tell you this, but...
Go on.
He's going to contest the court's welfare decision over wills.
He's not.
He is.
Why?
You'll have to ask him.
Lindsay, your dad can say what he wants about contesting the courts and I'll hear him out. But he's got to realise he'll be wasting his time.
Mum, he's changed. He doesn't always think straight these days. Don't be too hard on him.
All he's on about at the moment is this insurance form.
Have you done it?
Well, I wasn't going to tell you this, but...
What?
We're going to bump up the claim.
Well, as things go, it's not that serious, is it?
What?
Well, there's crimes and crimes, isn't there?
What happened to the 10 Commandments?
They're still there, thank you very much.
So why are you ignoring them, then?
I'm not. I just think you and Marty are victims. You didn't ask to be burgled, did you?
So I should help him fiddle the form?
I'm not saying that.
Well, what are you saying?
Oh, I don't know. It's... These insurance companies, they put you through hoops before they pay you, and then they try and get out of it. They're not straight, in my opinion, so maybe you've got to play them at their own game.
So I should tell lies on the form?
No. Just be inventive, which is what Marty's trying to do.
Make it quick, I got things to do.
You called me.
Oh, yeah, you're working Saturday night.
I've booked it off.
We're short, you're working.
I'm at an all-nighter.
Well, if it's on all night, you won't mind working here till 2 and you can still catch it later.
I can refuse, you know.
Oh, can you now?
Yeah, I've got rights.
None of you's got rights. No union. We can hire and fire who we like, when we like. It's the new way. So work Saturday or you're down the road.
Right. That is it. I'm not putting up with your abuse for a minute longer.
Ta-da. I'll get your P45 ready. You still here?
Oh, it's not going to be that easy, babe.
Don't call me babe.
Oh, fancy me nearly falling for that one. What? You hoped I'd go, didn't you? Hey, well, I'm sticking round.
Ah, no, it's too late. You said you were leaving.
Well, I've changed my mind. I'll work Saturday. You're not going to get the better of me, babe.
Don't. What you want?
You. It's about the money you owe me.
Yeah, this is a secure area. I'm busy. You'll have to wait.
Am I getting this there?
The job was a cock-up.
Not my fault.
Look, you screwed up, right? We're all out of pocket. So ta-ra.
Dad won't eat liver, love.
He does now. We had it the other week.
I tried it for years.
Well, I've told him it's important to stay healthy. He needs it for his vitamins and iron. I've even got meat and muesli for the fibre. What is it, Mum?
What is going on?
What do you mean?
Me and your dad. All this stuff going on. The house and domestic things, that's what marriage is about. That's what I signed up for. And now, divorce. Going to court over our son.
Come on.
I'm just so tired of it. Wondering, thinking all the time about me and him and why we're not together.
Mum, be real. You tried reconciliation. It lasted about 2 minutes.
I don't want any of this.
So what are you saying?
I'm saying I think if your dad asked me to come back, I think I'd say yes.
But you just can't live together.
I can't live alone, Linz. I can't stand the thought of it.
Mum, my dad has good days and he has bad days, but he's still having treatment. And yeah, you could get him on a good day and he'll probably make a massive effort at playing up your families. But you being scared of being alone isn't a good enough reason to start things up again. Hiya, Dad.
Made it at last, then.
Val.
Got the story all sorted out between the two of you, have you?
Dad, sit down and get your coat off. And you two are going to sit and talk calmly and pleasantly, OK?
Suits me.
How's the chin?
Great. Only here trying to eat, laugh, talk, breathe.
Fancy one in here?
I'm skint.
Well, I'll get you one in, but it'll only be halves. Brassic myself.
I wouldn't be if your Christie had paid me the money he owes me.
Oh, Christie, the great wheeler dealer. He's behind me dad sticking in a dodgy claim for that break-in you did.
I know. Shame it all went pear-shaped, eh?
What? The claim's gone in. A couple of weeks down the line and I get paid out.
Are they now?
Oh, aye, aye. This could be just the call I need. Get the champers on ice. Hello? Yeah, this is Stephen Murray. Oh, hi, Mr. Donnelly. What do you mean I'm not right for it? Well, for what reason? Oh, that's rubbish.
What's happened?
The job that they said was mine, they're not going to give me it now.
Why?
I don't know. But something's happened to change their mind.
Come on, let's go and have that drink.
I bet yous have talked about everything already anyway.
How can we talk when we don't know what you're going to say?
So you have been talking?
This is a waste of time.
See? She doesn't want to talk, does she?
Wait, Mum. Dad, I know this is hard for you, and so does me Mum. But just listen, please. She's come here to talk because you asked her to. So it's important that she hears what you've got to say.
All right. I can't agree to what the court wants.
Why?
Because this is about the power of the state over me, the man in the street. Who are they to tell me what I can do with my own child?
They're there to help two sides come to an amicable agreement.
Yeah, but it's all dropping in your favour. This is my son we're talking about, my wills. Everybody advising me to let him go. Why? Why? Hey, why can't a father bring up his own son?
Jimmy, the courts aren't King Solomon. They can't split him in two.
Be here with me. And Lindsay, couldn't you love me?
I think my opinion counts for nothing.
But it will. The letter off the court's the appeal procedure. Wait here.
Dad.
There you go. Yeah, there's a change.
No sign of my Uncle Christie.
No, he's still in the office working. Doesn't want to be disturbed.
Working? You'll be kidding.
Oh, yeah. Cheers. After Johnny Sorrows, eh?
If you'd have been at that interview yesterday, you'd thought I was chief mechanic for Ferrari. I mean, they wanted me to start tomorrow. They rated me that much.
What went wrong?
I don't know. They only needed to check me references.
Did someone dish you?
Why? Never got the sack. Oh, no.
What?
The get.
Who?
Jeff Evans.
Who's that?
Katrina's dad. Bet you he's put the boot in.
Why?
Long story, but I'll have him.
Hey, Ray.
Hello, hello. You get them?
Yeah, can't stop.
What's the rush?
We're going to the Speedway, Bellevue.
Oh, it's a great place. I used to go there.
Why don't you come along?
Well, no, I don't want to leave Jessie on her own all evening, you know.
She can come too.
No, I better not. I've got to get this back on, you know.
Next time, eh?
Oh, thanks anyway.
See you, Ray.
Oh, God bless. Enjoy yourselves.
Good luck tomorrow with this embryo business. And chill out, as they say.
I will.
Aye, aye. Passing strangers.
I thought that was how you men liked your mothers-in-law.
Nah, simple burn at the stake will do me.
All right, you two. Bye, Mum.
See ya.
Wish you could be nice to each other.
I'm trying. Anyway, good news.
Didn't know we did the lottery.
Bills, insurance. I've managed to work the claim out so that the insurance covers the bills that we owe, the next quarters, and with a few bob to spare.
I still don't agree with it, even though my mum does.
Your mum? She'll be excommunicated.
She thinks we're the victims.
The woman's right for once. Anyway, first class stamp, please, dear. Marty's gonna get us back on our feet.
See? If you wish to contest the decision of the court's welfare officer, please do not hesitate to contact me.
Is she going to do that?
Me and Lindsay can look after our wills.
She's not part of this.
She will be when they know about her.
Jimmy, why contest? That tells you the recommendations. You can see him whenever you want. What's the problem?
I want him living here.
Well, it's not going to happen, so forget it.
Is that right? Well, they are. That is what I think of the courts. See? That! I am going to get wills.
Will you two stop arguing? You come into that court and you take me on, and I won't care what I say or do to keep Wills with me.
Oh, is that right, Will you? Don't scare me.
I'm warning you, Jimmy. I'll tell him you're unbalanced, that you're mentally sick.
What?
That you're always changing your minds because you can't think straight.
Everyone changes their mind.
And that you're on medication. And I'm telling you, if you do get a visit, I'll insist they're supervised by a mental nurse.
You wouldn't.
Well, don't mess with me then, Jimmy. If you want to play dirty, well, OK, but you just think about the consequences. This could hit you so hard they'd have you in a straitjacket before you knew it. And I'm sorry you've got to listen to this, Lindsay, but if it was your Kylie, you'd know how I felt. What have you done?
Problems?
No, maintenance. Oh, did you buy all their ties?
They had a sale on, so I bought a couple of outfits. I thought they looked a bit young, but Chantel said they suited. What do you think?
Oh, yeah. It's very nice.
Neil and Nicky not back yet?
They've been and gone.
Where?
They went to Bellevue, you know, the Speedway.
Oh, I wouldn't have minded that.
Oh,
What?
well, Neil asked us both to go, but I declined the offer.
What?
Well, I thought you wouldn't be interested.
Well, I am. So let's go.
Well, we can't because I've got this off.
Next time, ask me what I want to do.
If I was you, I'd call this Jeff Evans fella up and ask him what he's playing.
Yeah, I will. I'll kill him.
There he is.
We haven't got much wine for the weekend.
We'll manage.
Oh, I don't think so.
Then I'll nip down the wholesalers tomorrow. All right.
Oh, thanks.
Hey, can I have a word?
Still busy.
Don't try and make a divvy out of me. I want me 50 quid.
No chance. All right, Steve, mate. How's your dad?
Hang on a sec, I'm talking. Sorry, Steve. Look, I know you're going to claim off the insurance, so pay up.
When are you going to learn to take no for an answer? Or buy your pint and call it quits?
What?
You word and count yourself lucky. Christy, give him the money. No chance.
I said give it to him.
So were you?
I could have killed him the other night and been looking at spending me life sharing a cell with that Al Ron Dixon fella. You screwed up and I'll pay up.
Stay on the family side.
You need a deal, so honour it. Or I'll blow you up to me mum and then you'll be part of no one's family. my godfather.
Time for that.
Oh, I shouldn't have done it, really. Just taking out on him what I should have done to that Jeff Evans about the job.
If you feel that bad, do something about it.
Did he give you a reason?
No. He said he'd had another think.
Well, you can't force him to give you the job, can you? So just leave it.
I can't believe they've done that.
It's been a bad patch for all of us. Which, with a bit of luck, is nearly over.
I mean, you don't need to do that to someone.
I got the insurance sorted.
What?
We got the claim in. So when they pay out, well, we won't feel the squeeze so much.
Oh, about time and all.
Hey?
Nothing.
No, go on.
You told me to keep it to myself, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, maybe you should tell her that the money flying out the house is all the family's, not just theirs.
What's that?
It's all right, forget it.
Just forget it.
No, I won't forget it. What money are you talking about?
Can't you keep your big gob shut?
What money are you talking about?
Leave it, Di.
No.
Right. I'm saying the money that comes in the house all gets spent down at the clinic. We might as well sign everything over to them.
That money is mine and your dad's.
It's family money. We see nothing of it. We're fiddling the insurance, and why? I'll tell you.
Tell me.
To pay for IVF. And it's IVF this and IVF that. I'm sick of it. Embryos, implantation, pregnancy tests. It's like I live in an antenatal clinic.
Well, fortunately, you don't have to pay a penny for it. And while we're on the subject of money, I don't see you bringing any in.
And whose fault's that?
Yours. For getting sacked.
No, I wasn't sacked. I walked out because of her. And Katrina's owl fella. And I might have jumped the gun there and all.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing.
No, tell me.
Katrina said her dad wouldn't do nothing like that.
Well, she's bound to say that, isn't she?
Someone's not being straight. Maybe she gave him the come on because she was in an arc with you.
That's your mother you're talking to!
Get off.
Say you're sorry.
I said get off.
Say you're
Marty,
sorry.
stop it. I don't want all this.
When he apologises.
You're me dad and I love you, but don't push me.
Say you're sorry to your
Get
mum.
off me or I'll make you.
When you've apologised!
She needed to be told.
Marty, please let him go.
There's 2 embryos ready for implantation.
2. Oh, that's brilliant.
Have you stopped taking your tablets?
I'll prove that I can think and live without drugs.
And you work in sales?
Yeah?
What's your product?
Bras?
You joking?
No.
How did you get into bras?
Worked his way up from knickers.
Ex-Brookside babe Anna Friel stars in Ford's film The Land Girls tomorrow at 8. Next tonight, Joey gets an acting lesson from a soap goddess in Friends.